What if I told you that your cat doesn't think you're their owner? They think you're a very large, slightly dim-witted roommate who keeps breaking the house rules. You know those moments your cat walks away mid-pet, swats your hand for no reason, or stares at you with pure judgment? We call it bad behavior, but recent studies show that 70% of feline behavioral issues stem from one thing. Humans simply don't understand the cat code. Every cat operates by a specific set of unspoken rules. When you break them, they don't get mean, they get confused, stressed, and eventually they stop trying to connect with you. Today, I'm decoding the 14 hidden rules your cat expects you to follow. If you master these, your bond will change forever. Let's dive in. Rule number 1, the staring rule. Let me ask you something. When you look at your cat, really look at them with those loving eyes. What do you feel? Connection, right? Warmth? Like you're sharing a moment with a creature who truly sees you. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your cat might not see it that way at all. In the feline world, a long, unbroken stare is not a compliment. It's not romantic. It's not sweet. In the wild, staring is what predators do before they pounce. It's what rivals do before they fight. Among cats, even close friends don't lock eyes for more than a few seconds. They glance, they blink, they look away. That's politeness in cat culture. So when you stare at your cat with all the love in your heart, you're accidentally speaking a language they don't understand. You're saying, "I'm challenging you," when you mean, "I adore you." There's a story that went viral recently from a cat owner who put it perfectly. "If I make eye contact with my cat from close range, she slaps me. Not hard, just a calm, disappointed slap. Like I broke a sacred rule my parents never told me about." That cat wasn't being aggressive. She was correcting an etiquette violation. She was saying, "That's not how we do things here." So, what's the alternative? The slow blink. When you slowly close your eyes halfway, hold for a moment, then reopen them. You're speaking fluid cat. You're saying, "I'm not a threat. I trust you. I feel safe with you." It's the feline equivalent of a hug. And if your cat blinks back, that's a love letter written in whiskers. Rule number 2, the food bowl placement secret. You probably think the most important thing about feeding your cat is what's in the bowl. Wrong. The most important thing is where the bowl sits. Cats have a hardwired rule. Water should never be next to food. In nature, water near a kill means contamination. Rotting prey poisons water sources. Your cat's DNA still carries this memory. That's why they drink from your faucet, your glass, even the toilet. Anywhere but that bowl right next to their food. The fix is embarrassingly simple. Move the water bowl. Just 3 feet away makes a difference. 6 feet is better. Another room entirely? Perfect. And while you're at it, ditch the deep food bowls. Whiskers are sensory organs, and smashing them against bowl edges with every bite is like someone flicking your eyeballs during dinner. Flat surfaces only. Your cat will finally relax at mealtime. Rule number 3, the initiation rule. This next one might sting a little, especially if you're someone who can't resist diving onto the floor the moment your cat enters the room. I get it. I really do. There's something about a cat walking by that makes you want to drop everything, get on their level, and smother them with affection. And look, most cats tolerate this. Some even enjoy it. But here's what they'd tell you if they could speak. "I love that you love me, but I'd love it even more if you let me come to you." Cats are creatures of autonomy. Control isn't just a preference for them, it's a survival mechanism. When you reach out first, especially quickly or without warning, you're taking control of the interaction. And when a cat loses control, even for a moment, they feel vulnerable. I'll be honest with you. I had a habit with my ginger cat, Artemis. I'd get down on the floor, press my face gently into his fur, and just breathe him in. Weird? Maybe. But his fur was so soft, and I couldn't help myself. And to be fair, he never ran away. He never hissed or swatted. But he also never really leaned into it. He was polite about it, but he was indifferent. The real magic happened when he chose me, when he'd jump onto my lap on his own terms. That was a whole different experience. That was full-body purring, kneading, the whole production. Because when he chose, it meant something. It was his decision, not my imposition. Letting your cat come to you might feel like doing nothing, but it's actually the most active form of respect you can show. Real bonding doesn't happen when you catch them. It happens when they choose you again and again, because they know you'll never force them. Rule number 4, the scent map rule. Have you ever noticed how your cat rubs their face on absolutely everything? Your furniture, your jeans, the corners of walls, your phone while you're trying to use it. Here's what's actually happening. Your cat is creating something called a scent map. Those glands on their cheeks, chin, and forehead release pheromones, chemical signatures that say safe, familiar, mine. Every time they rub against something, they're tagging it as part of their territory. They're building a geography of belonging. Now think about what happens when you clean. You wash their bedding. You vacuum their favorite spots. You rearrange the furniture. In your mind, you're tidying up. In their mind, you're erasing their map. You're removing all the signs that said, "This is home." Imagine if someone came into your house, rearranged all your furniture, and sprayed a mystery scent where your pillow used to be. Confusing, right? Disorienting. That's what a deep clean feels like to your cat. The solution isn't to stop cleaning, obviously. Hygiene matters. But when you do need to wash their things, leave something behind that carries their scent. A small cloth they've been sleeping on, a toy they've been carrying around. Place their unwashed bed near the new one so they can transfer their scent on their own terms. Watch what happens next. They'll approach cautiously. They'll sniff. They'll rub. They'll reclaim. It's a ritual, and letting them complete it tells them that their sense of home matters to you. Rule number 5, the greeting ritual. Think about how you greet your cat when you come home. You probably call their name, reach down, maybe scoop them up for a hug. It feels natural. It feels loving. But to your cat, you've just violated about 4 social rules in 3 seconds. Here's what your cat actually wants when you walk through that door. They want you to sit down. That's it. Just sit on the floor at their level and wait. Don't reach. Don't call. Don't grab. Just sit and exist in their space. Within moments, they'll approach. They'll sniff your hands. Where have you been? Rub against your legs, reclaiming you with their scent, and maybe, if you're lucky, climb into your lap. This isn't random behavior. This is a ritual. You've been gone, which means your scent has faded and your safety status is temporarily unknown. They need to reestablish who you are to them. Let them complete the ritual. The 30 seconds it takes will save you hours of confused distance later. Rule number 6, the meow response rule. Here's a fact that never fails to move me. Cats barely meow at each other. Seriously, adult cats in the wild rarely use vocalizations with other cats. The meow is a tool they developed specifically for one species, us. Think about that for a moment. Thousands of years ago, some cat somewhere realized that making a certain sound got a reaction from these strange 2-legged creatures. And over generations, they refined it. They learned which pitches got them fed faster, which tones got them attention, which sounds opened doors. A 2003 study found that cats actually adjust their meows based on how humans respond. They're not just making random noises, they're fine-tuning their language to communicate with you. Your cat is trying to speak your language. So when your cat meows and you ignore them, what message are you sending? You're telling them that their voice doesn't matter, that their attempts of connection are meaningless. Some cats respond by meowing louder, more insistently. Others just stop. They give up trying to reach you. You don't need to speak fluent cat. You don't need to meow back, though. Honestly, it's fun, and I won't judge you. But acknowledge them. A glance, a gentle word. Hey sweetheart, what do you need? That simple response tells your cat that their voice matters. And when their voice matters, their trust in you deepens. Rule number 7, the escape route rule. Have you ever noticed your cat pause at the entrance of a room? Tail twitching just slightly? Eyes scanning left and right? That's not indecision. That's risk assessment. Cats have an instinct that runs deeper than almost anything else. Never be trapped. In the wild, being cornered means death. And that sense of vulnerability doesn't disappear just because there's a cozy blanket and a full food bowl nearby. Even when your cat jumps into your lap, even when they curl up and purr, a part of their brain is still calculating exits. They're thinking, if something goes wrong, how do I get out? This is why cats hate being blocked. It's why they get anxious when doors are closed. It's why they'll sit in doorways instead of fully entering a room. They need to know the way out is always available. The fix is simple. Leave doors cracked. Don't crowd them in corners. When guests are over, make sure your cat has a clear path to retreat. Cats are more likely to stay when they know they can leave. They're paradoxical like that, but they're also beautifully honest about what they need. Rule number 8, the doorway negotiation. Have you ever noticed how your cat always seems to hover right in the middle of doorways? Not fully in the room, not fully out. Just there, blocking your path like a tiny furry toll collector. Here's what's actually happening. Doorways are transition zones, and cats are obsessed with transitions. In the wild, boundaries between spaces are where danger hides and opportunities appear. Your cat isn't trying to trip you. They're performing a security check on every single threshold in your home. They need to assess who's coming, who's going, and what energy is moving between spaces. When you push past them or shoo them away, you're not just being rude, you're disrupting their security protocol. Next time, pause for just 2 seconds. Let them complete their assessment. Let them sniff the air, flick their tail, and give you that slow blink of approval. Then, move. You'll notice they step aside gracefully. They just needed to do their job first. Rule number 9, the petting protocol. Rule I promised we wouldn't compare cats to dogs, and I meant it. But this rule exists precisely because we bring dog expectations into cat relationships. Dogs often enjoy full body contact, heavy strokes, belly rubs, the whole package. Cats, not so much. Most cats prefer petting in specific zones: the head, the cheeks, under the chin, maybe the base of the tail. But that's an earned privilege, not a given. Full body pets, especially long strokes down the back, can actually be overstimulating. It can feel threatening rather than comforting. And the belly? Let's be real. That fluffy belly might look like an invitation, but for most cats, it's a trap. Not because they're mean, but because the belly is the most vulnerable part of their body. Showing it is a sign of trust. Touching it without permission breaks that trust. So how do you pet a cat correctly? Watch their body language. Ears forward, relaxed posture. Keep going. Ears twitching back, skin rippling, tail flicking. Pull back. You're approaching the limit. The best pets are rhythmic, light, and brief. Think of it like a polite handshake, not a wrestling match. And if you pay attention, your cat will teach you exactly where and how they want to be touched. Rule number 10, the resting rule. Picture this. Your cat is curled up in a sunbeam, paws tucked under their body, eyes half closed, basking in warm afternoon light. It's the picture of peace. And you, overcome with love, decide this is the perfect moment for a sneak cuddle. Stop right there. To a cat, that sunbeam nap isn't just a nap. It's sacred time. It's vulnerability. It's trust on display. And barging into that moment is like someone kicking your bathroom door open to show you a funny meme. The timing couldn't be worse. Cats remember who respects their peace. If you consistently interrupt their rest, they learn that you're not safe to relax around. They stay vigilant. They stay guarded. They never fully let down their walls. But if you wait, if you let them wake on their own, stretch, and then come to you, that's when the real connection happens. That's when they choose to share their warmth with you. Watch for the invitation. A slow blink, a chirp, a stretch in your direction. That's your cue. If they tuck in tighter and sigh, that's the feline equivalent of do not disturb. Respect it. Your patience will be rewarded. Rule number 11, the body language rule. Cats are constantly talking to you. The problem is, you're listening with human ears instead of watching with feline eyes. A flicking tail doesn't mean happiness. It means stimulation, and often irritation. That tail is a mood meter, and if it's moving rapidly, something's wrong. Purring isn't always joy. Yes, cats purr when they're content, but they also purr when they're stressed, in pain, or even dying. Purring releases endorphins. It's self-soothing, so context matters. Is your cat relaxed and needing? That's happy purring. Are they tucked in a corner, purring with wide eyes? Something's wrong. Needing means comfort. It's a throwback to kittenhood, when they needed their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow. When your cat needs you, they're telling you that you feel like home. The belly show? That's complicated. Sometimes it's pure trust. Sometimes it's a trap. Sometimes it's just a comfortable position. The key is reading the whole picture. The eyes, the ears, the tail, the tension. Cats speak clearly once you stop expecting them to talk like us. They're not cryptic. They're not mysterious. They're just communicating in a language you haven't bothered to learn yet. Rule number 12, the litter box sanctity rule. This might seem like a practical topic, but it's actually deeply emotional. The litter box isn't just a bathroom to your cat. It's one of the most vulnerable places in their world. Think about it. In the wild, eliminating is when animals are most exposed. They can't run. They can't fight effectively. They're completely vulnerable. So the location, cleanliness, and safety of that spot matters enormously. If the box is too dirty, they'll hold it until it hurts, risking UTIs and kidney problems. If it's too loud, they'll avoid it entirely. If it's in a high-traffic area, they'll feel exposed and anxious every time they need to go. Covered boxes? They trap odors and make cats feel trapped. Scented litter? Imagine someone spraying perfume in a public bathroom when all you want is peace and privacy. The rules are simple. 1 box per cat, plus 1 extra. Place them in quiet, accessible locations. Clean daily. Use unscented litter. Keep boxes uncovered. This isn't just about hygiene. It's about respect. And when you respect their bathroom needs, you prevent a whole category of stress-related behaviors. Rule number 13. The routine rule. Here's something humans often misunderstand. Cats don't find routine boring. They find it safe. Same feeding time, same morning greeting, same evening cuddle spot. To you, this might feel repetitive. To your cat, it feels like the world is stable and predictable. And a predictable world is a safe world. Sudden changes, a vacation, new furniture, different meal times. These aren't minor inconveniences to a cat, they're destabilizing events. They create anxiety, even if the change seems small to us. Building small routines that include your cat is one of the most powerful bonding tools you have. Morning rituals, afternoon snack traditions, evening couch sessions. These consistent moments tell your cat that they're part of your life, not just an accessory in it. Consistency builds confidence. And confident cats? They're the ones who purr freely, who seek you out, who trust you completely. Rule number 14. The quiet connection rule. We live in a noisy world. We fill silence with music, podcasts, television, conversation. But cats understand something we've forgotten. Quiet is connection. When your cat sits beside you while you read, not touching, not meowing, just existing in the same space, that's not passive. That's bonding. They're choosing to share your presence without demanding anything from you. When you watch birds together from the windowsill, silent and still, that's intimacy. You're sharing an experience without words. Cats are masters of presence. They don't need constant stimulation or conversation. They need to know you're there, calm and available. So resist the urge to narrate every moment. Let silence speak. Just be with them. Breathe with them. They feel it. And in that quiet, something profound happens. You stop being just the food provider, the petter, the playmate. You become part of their world.